Play. It's ass-kicking time. Yeah, this should help. Let's do this. First blood! Double kill! Embrace the beatdown. Headshot. Triple kill. Headshot. Double kill. Impressive. I'm gonna feel that one in the morning.
What is up, my fellow beasts? Welcome back to a new Call of Duty World War II video. Today I am bringing you 5 overpowered guns no one uses in Call of Duty World War II. Now obviously the 5 overpowered guns I'm gonna tell you guys are not as OP as the real OP guns in this game, but they are a very good second choice. Give one of these bad boys a chance. People don't use them that much and you will equally be as strong, well, almost as strong as the bar and as the STG nerds. Trust me, these things are freaking beasts. But we're gonna start off with a fun weapon on the number 5 position that is not really something you want to use to get a lot of kills and get a lot of V2 rockets and whatever, but this thing is really overpowered for what it is. The 1911 pistol. So when you use this thing solo, it's, you know, it's good, but it's not that good. Most people prefer the machine pistol, such as myself, or the PO8. The 1911, boys, is godly when you put AKIMBO on this bad boy. When you use the basic training duelist, I cannot believe some people still don't know that if you use the basic training duelist you get AKIMBO on your pistols. When you use that bad boy you get AKIMBO, and oh my god, the 1911 gets like a rapid fire. It is absolutely insane. You can shoot at least 2 times faster. Now because you shoot faster, obviously you get more recoil, so you gotta tame the beast. You cannot really go too crazy with it, otherwise you're gonna end up shooting at the moon. But if you always aim like for the legs and whatever, when it kicks up you might hit the enemy's head, you might get a juicy headshot. So never aim too high, otherwise you're gonna miss all your shots. But yeah, the 1911 with AKIMBO is definitely something not to make fun of, because this thing is gonna bite you, and it's gonna bite you real hard. I love using this motherfucker. Then we have, ladies and gentlemen, at the number 4 position, the M1941. What the hell is this thing? You might be asking. This thing doesn't have a name. It just has a bunch of numbers. The M1941 is the first rifle you get in Call of Duty World War II, and I believe that it is for that reason you don't really see too many players using this bad boy. Most people prefer the FG42, the STG obviously, and the bars, because it is the first rifle. You know, people just want to use the other ones and then they completely forget about the first one. Usually the first rifles, the first guns, whatever you unlock in Call of Duty are not really the best, or not really very good. You just use them on the first levels and then you're like, peace out, I don't want to use you again. But this thing is great. I love using it. Unfortunately, it has a very small magazine size, so you gotta use extended mags on this bad boy. Make sure you use infantry with this bad boy so that you can put extended mags on it. If you have one of the good variants, you might have, you know, some good iron sights. I don't like this iron sight, so I like using the red dot sight. And I might also use grip or FMJ. It kind of depends on the game mode I am playing. So this thing has an insane fire rate. It has 9 out of 10, which is absolutely insane. So you gotta, you know, it's gonna have a little bit of recoil. You gotta be very careful, and you cannot go full auto like crazy. Otherwise, you're gonna be reloading every single freaking kill. You don't want that. You want to make sure you control your shots and you know, kind of like try to use it like an M1 Garand or something, and you will do a lot of work with this bad boy. You will not, trust me, you will not need to use a bar or a goddamn STG. And then we have, ladies and gentlemen, at the number 3 position, the MG MG15. When it comes to LMGs, most people use the Lewis because it is the first LMG you get, and it is very good. So pretty much if you use the Lewis, you don't need anything else. You put extended mags on the Lewis, and I believe you almost get like 100 rounds, if not 100, which is absolutely insane. But we're talking about, you know, some OP guns, some very good guns no one really uses in World War II, and the MG15 is one of them. This thing is the second gun in Call of Duty World War II I got gold on, and it's just freaking amazing. With extendo mags, with the balls attached on it, you get 75 rounds of pure destruction. It shoots very fast. At close range, you melt people. Now, unlike with the M1941, you don't need to control your shots. You go full auto with this thing because, as I said, you have big ammo on it, and it is awesome. It has a little bit of recoil. It's a little bit tricky, but once you learn how the recoil works and whatever, you will not want to stop using this bad boy, especially on war. On war, LMGs are king for me. I absolutely love them. And as I said, because this thing shoots very fast at close range, you will destroy people. So I don't really need a secondary weapon for this LMG. Usually when I use LMGs, I need a good secondary, but for this one, I don't. So I just rock it solo with a pistol. I don't really care. I freaking love it. And then we have, ladies and gentlemen, at the number 2 position, my favorite gun in this game, the MG42. I just love it. This thing with the gold camo, I call it the Super Saiyan. It just looks so freaking juicy. This thing makes people run for their lives. People will actually jump out of the map and start running for their lives because the Super Saiyan is that freaking good. Now, you don't really see the MG42 being used that much because, you know, it's the last gun you get. You have to prestige the Armored Division. The Armored Division doesn't look that juicy. You just get extra protection against grenades, and you get the bipod. No one uses LMGs. No one freaking needs a bipod. So a lot of people don't care about the Armored Division. They don't want to use LMGs and whatever. So that's why you don't really see the MG42 being used that much. But trust me, this thing is godly. It has no recoil. It shoots very fast. It's supposed to shoot faster, but for some reason Sledgehammer made it shoot not as fast. In World at War, this thing shoots very fast and it still has no recoil. It's insane. I cannot believe people never use that much this thing also in World at War. And if you play war, as I said, LMGs are king on war. Put extendo mags on this thing, you get 100 rounds of pure destruction, man. You put FMG on this thing and you will be shooting little billies through walls as if they were made of freaking butter. I absolutely love this thing, and that is why on most clips when I'm playing war, on most of my videos when I'm playing war, I'm always using the MG42. But because it is an LMG and you know, you're kind of slow, it's not very good at close range, I love using Rifleman, which is a basic training. It allows me to carry 2 primaries. So as a secondary, I like using the combat shotgun. I'm like, you know what, you stick to medium long range, MG42, Super Saiyan, and then your buddy here, the combat shotgun, will take care of close range. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, at the number 1 position, we have the M1 Garand. This thing is freaking insane. It's freaking biblical. I love it. It is so good. The pro players have been crying about it, it seems, and Sledgehammer is thinking about nerfing the M1 Garand, which makes absolutely no sense, even though this thing is pretty OP. But the reason why you don't really see too many players using the M1 Garand is because it is a semi-automatic rifle. So people don't really like using the semi-autos, you know, the M1, the SVT, the also the M1A1. People prefer the fully automatics, the bars, the STGs, the SMGs, and that is why you don't really see the M1 Garand being used that much, even though it is a 2-shot kill. So if you are able, a 1-shot kill I believe to the head, so if you are able to keep your gunfights at medium long range, oh my god, it doesn't matter if they're using a bar, an STD or whatever, you will absolutely destroy them, especially when they are head glitching, thinking they are super safe, and then you just hit them in the head and boom, they are freaking gone. This thing is a monster, and I'm just like, why? I mean, the pro players are smart. The pro players are smart, they know this thing is super OP, but you know what, the pro players are a bunch of nerds, they're just like 1% of the Call of Duty community, so I hope Sledgehammer doesn't nerf this thing, because it's really freaking good. So I like using this thing with the red dot sight, also with extended mags, because you just get 8 bullets by default and that kinda sucks. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, this is my list of 5 overpowered weapons no one really uses in Call of Duty World War II. If there is another gun that is very good, I forgot to mention on this list, let me know it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, I will see you next time, peace out.